The conference room went dead silent. 25 heads turned, not out of curiosity, but in stunned disbelief. The tall white engineer, clad in a crumpled shirt and faded jeans, stood with arms folded, eyes blazing. He had just pointed at the sharply dressed black man across the table and said, "You don't belong in this room. You're clearly lost." A second passed. Then another. No one breathed. No one moved. The black man slowly rose from his seat, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to the burning tension in the room. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell to get notified for more, share to friends. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story goes. It all started that morning at the headquarters of Aerotech Solutions in Houston. The company had just acquired a promising aerospace startup, Skybridge Systems. Employees from both companies were to merge for a top-secret government contract briefing. The boardroom buzzed with nervous energy, people flipping through presentation slides and sipping coffee. At exactly 8:47 a.m., the double doors swung open, and a man in a sleek black suit, soft leather shoes, and a polished wristwatch walked in. His presence alone was commanding, but he said nothing, only took a seat quietly at the end of the table. No name badge. No laptop. Just him and a folder. Jason, the lead engineer of Skybridge, who'd been talking about propulsion modules, paused when he noticed the stranger. He leaned forward, irritation dripping from his voice. "Excuse me, sir. This is a classified engineering meeting. I don't think you're supposed to be here." The man remained composed. "Proceed. I'm exactly where I need to be." That only infuriated Jason more. "Security's down the hall if you need help finding your way back to wherever janitorial is." A low murmur spread across the room like wildfire. A female systems analyst bit her lower lip. The marketing manager looked away. Everyone sensed what Jason had done, but no one dared speak. The tension was sharp enough to cut through steel. The man calmly stood up and walked slowly to the front. "My name is Leonard Brooks," he said, placing his folder on the desk. "Founder and CEO of Skybridge Systems." You could almost hear the hearts drop. A coffee mug slipped from someone's hand and shattered. Jason's face paled, but he tried to laugh. "No way. Leonard Brooks is some MIT prodigy." Leonard pulled out a badge and set it on the desk. Jason leaned in. There it was, Leonard A. Brooks, Chief Executive Officer. A second ID followed, U.S. Department of Defense Clearance Level 5. Jason's legs buckled. His bravado drained like air from a popped tire. Leonard scanned the room. "Now that that's settled," he said, locking eyes with Jason, "shall we get started?" But Leonard didn't retaliate. He didn't explode. Instead, he let the meeting roll. He took notes. He listened. And when Jason's team finished their pitch, Leonard simply said, "I'll be presenting an alternative model. Give me 30 minutes." He began drawing on the digital board with silent precision, clean, controlled, brilliant. He explained thermodynamics like he was painting art. His trajectory model for reusable rockets left the entire engineering team wide-eyed. Midway through, the CFO leaned toward the VP of Operations and whispered, "Why have we never seen this man in action before?" When Leonard concluded, the room erupted into applause, except from Jason, who sat hunched, red-faced, and silent. Still, Leonard remained gracious. "Jason, your propulsion models have potential. You clearly know your science. But one thing you might need to learn is respect." Jason, now dripping in sweat, tried to mutter an apology. Leonard nodded, cutting him off. "I'm not the kind of leader who holds grudges. But I do expect accountability." Suddenly, the main door opened again. An older woman with sharp gray eyes and a government badge walked in. "I'm Special Agent Harris, Department of Defense. We've reviewed both presentations. One met our security standards. The other, well, let's just say it lacked more than just tact." She turned to Jason. "Effective immediately, your clearance has been revoked. You're relieved of duty pending further review." Gasps followed. Jason stood, stammered, then stormed out without a word. Leonard didn't celebrate. He turned back to his team. Let this be a reminder. Innovation demands not only intelligence, but humility. Later that day, Leonard sat quietly in the cafeteria, eating alone. A young Latina intern, who had watched everything unfold, approached him nervously. "Mr. Brooks," she said, "thank you. You didn't just earn respect today, you taught all of us something deeper." He smiled. Leadership is never about being the loudest in the room. It's about knowing when to speak, and when to let silence say everything. Moral lesson. Respect has no color, no rank, and no assumptions. It walks quietly and waits for those who judge to expose themselves. In today's world, where diversity fuels innovation, let humility be your strength and respect your first language. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, stick around this channel for more real, powerful tales that teach and inspire. We don't just tell stories, we reveal truths. See you at the top.